Hey everyone, hope you're all doing great. So far, we've covered the File, Edit, and Draw menus. The remaining menus are Bone, Animation, Script, View, Window, and Help. The Help menu isn't really useful for us, but the other menus like Bone, Animation, Script, View, and Window have some handy tools inside. But to make learning these menus easier, we first need to get familiar with the tools and the different types of layers in the software. This will help us understand the menus better. And after learning about the types of layers and their tools, we'll come back and explore these menus practically. Today, we're going to learn about the vector layer. First, we'll give a quick explanation and then we'll dive into its tools. So all you need to do is select the vector layer from here. Before we go further, it's good to know that a vector layer doesn't lose quality because it's based on vectors. To help you understand better, I'll zoom in on a shape drawn in this layer. As you can see, no matter how much I zoom in, there's absolutely no loss in image quality. Now let's do the same thing with Photoshop, which is a pixel-based software, and zoom in on the image. The more we zoom in, the more the quality drops, and we end up seeing tiny squares called pixels. By putting these squares together, pixel-based images are created. Of course, in Moho, we can also use layers that support pixel-based images, like image and image sequence layers. But if you're planning to create professional animations, I recommend using vector layers more, as they offer many more features. Each type of layer has its own set of tools. For example, if you click on a vector layer, these tools will become active for you. In this video, we'll learn these 4 vector design tools together. The first option is the Select Point tool, and as the name suggests, it's used for selecting points. This way you can select any point you want. The next option is the Transform Points tool, which is used to move points. You can select a point with the Select Point tool and then move it using the Transform Point tool. This tool has its own settings. For example, from here we can change its position on different axes. You can even use the Transform Point tool to select the entire shape and move it. The next option is the Scale tool, where you can scale your shape along the X or Y axis. I suggest that instead of using these settings, you make these adjustments manually. It's much easier this way. The next option is Angle, which is used to change the shape's rotation angle. You just need to enter the desired rotation angle, and you can input both negative and positive numbers. The next options you see here are settings that are used with the Add Point tool, but the Flip Horizontal and Flip Vertical options will flip our shape in the direction we want. The next tool is the Add Point tool, which is very useful. Most complex designs are created with this tool. For example, I'll draw a shape like this using it. The first option in its settings is Auto Weld, which automatically connects the end of your design to any nearby point or line. Let's see how it works in practice. As you can see, they connected like magnets. Of course, this happens only if Auto Weld is turned on. The next option is Auto Fill. If it's turned on and you draw a closed shape, it will automatically fill the inside of the shape with color. The next option is Auto Stroke. If we enable it, a stroke will automatically be created around our shape after drawing it. Right now, both Autofill and Auto Stroke are enabled. The next option is Sharp Corner. Normally, when I draw lines, their edges are soft, but if I turn on Sharp Corner, the edges become sharp. You can see the difference in the image yourself. The next two options are related to the Curvature tool. Let's learn about them together. Well, I can use these settings to soften or sharpen the edges. And with this option, I can change the direction of the curve, either inward or outward. With this option, you can activate the handles, as you can see in the image. In the next section, we'll check out 4 more design tools. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe.